Hello, everyone. This is Demon Overlord 77 coming at you with a miniature market unboxing and review today. This is my most recent order miniature market. Just came in the other day. So I thought I'd go over what I got and do a little review on them as I go. These are two pieces of terrain I built for my campaign for our Dice and Dummies podcast. So if you haven't checked us out yet, please do. We are on iTunes. We are affiliated with Battle Bards and stuff like that. So please do check us out and please leave us a review. We're always needing reviews. And if you want to get a hold of me personally, you can get a hold of me through my channel here, or you can get a hold of me through my Twitter, which is 01 Berserker at 01 Berserker. And I play the character known as Bardus. So if you want to get a hold of Bardus from that show, definitely check us out. And today I'm going to be going over minis from the Miniature Market, which is a company more from the middle of the United States. A very nice place. They happen to have more of the older minis I'm looking for, which are a nice spice up to anyone's game. Like I said, these are just terrains I'm using. I'm just going to place them on there because they'll act more like a nice background at times. So this is one of the first guys I got. It is a large class mini from the FO series of Pathfinder. Yes, that's right. I use Pathfinder minis as well as Dungeons & Dragons minis because I feel they are cross-compatible because they just look so nice. This is the Enclave Drone, number 2546. It's only a few years old, so, you know, not super old. But, you know, I thought he was pretty cool because I don't see many Pathfinder's older boxes out there for sale where I happen to stop for my card shop visits. But yeah, pretty nice creature here. I like his nice horn on his head here. Maybe if you give him like a charge speed, like if I'm using him D&D, of course, maybe I give him a charge speed of like 20 feet and he impales you with it, you know. And if he does, he can then start biting you with like, I don't know, what would be grappled conditions. The big mandibles grab you, then you start chowing down or ripping you apart. I don't seem to think there's eyes on this bad boy. I mean, there are those like red pieces in there, as you can see, but just not sure they're eyes. I mean, with this big tail here, obviously he's got like a scorpion reach. Probably can't bend as far as a scorpion, though. Maybe he can do like a slam attack with his tail or something like that, or tail whip. Roll him for a chance for grasping and, you know, holding you prone or whatever you'd want to call it, grappled. Maybe give his tail, if he doesn't hit you with that, like just slashing damage because these large like blade-like feathers on there. These blade-like, I don't know what to call them. I'm not 100% remembering my biology this moment, but, you know, maybe a little bit of bludgeoning, like a +2, like a +5 bludgeoning to small creatures, +3 to large or to medium creatures, and then like a +1 or 2 to large creatures. And if there's anything huger and bigger, maybe they get just 1 damage if they're lucky, you know, or you can just say it just doesn't larger creatures in this bad boy because he's pretty big. Nice drone bug. I mean, since we are in our campaign right now, currently in the jungles of a prehistoric jungle, he will come in handy. Pretty cool. I'm gonna put him up on top of here for now, like up on top of these. These are little terrains I made myself. Simple foam, cutting them spots, you know, getting that nice weather to them. Little pieces in there, stuff like that, just some like little things. Next up is another Pathfinder. This is the Sugathi. It is number 30 of 55. It's from the Legends of Giants from Pathfinder. Pretty cool mini here. I mean, I like his details. I'm not sure those eyes on his head. I think they're just sensory organs, if anything. I love how he's grasping a sword, and it looks to be a wand. Maybe like if you kill him in the game, he drops a special sword and a special wand, you know, for the mage or for the warrior in the group. I like his mount there. Nice little mandibles of that. Just like, it's kind of like a worm and a Remoras from D&D merged together, and this is like the unholy product. Pretty cool mini. I do like him. He is a large class, number 39 or number 30 of 55. So for a pretty big set there. Really nice. I guess I'd probably keep him on the ground. I mean, he ain't going to be on no. Oh, actually, no, you probably could find him going around the cavern. I mean, yeah. Next up here, we are going with another of my minis. You know, let's keep with the Pathfinder first. Why not? I have one from the Jungle of Desolation. This is the Giant Leech, number 8 of 45. Now, you might be going like, does D&D have a Giant Leech? I don't know. But I just like this Giant Leech. He's just a nice mini. Focus in there. Come on, focus camera. There we go. I just like his miniature, his sculpt there. He's very simple, but, you know, simplicity is good because, I mean, he's a leech. How can you mess up a leech? You know what I mean? Like, you know, big old grasping mouth there. Being a medium creature, imagine this guy getting stuck to someone and eating him from, like, eating them badly. It's going to hurt pretty bad. And he'd be definitely on the ground. He ain't going to be up in no ruins slithering around. But, yeah, pretty cool mini. I mean, I like his shiny blackness to him there. It's a pretty sweet little piece. Put him up there because, I mean, this thing could probably crawl walls. This guy's probably got no chance of doing that with his size. But, you know. Yeah, I didn't think about that with the Sugathi. I mean, he could probably crawl walls on those like multiple little spindly legs. He could probably crawl on some walls and stuff. Probably not upside down due to his size, but you know, I could see him going up the side of a wall and stuff like that. You know, really cool. Next up here, I think we're all out of Pathfinders. Yep, we're into the D&D stuff now. Next up for D&D, I am going to bring up a special mini I found. This is a promotional mini. This is the Gnaw Demon, and it is a red variant. This was the promotional, so it wasn't the final base design. I think the final one, if I remember correctly, is a green, like a brownish green there. Pretty, I like him in this red form more. Makes him look more demonically cool. I mean, his wings a little bit slightly bent, but you know what? Nothing seriously wrong with it for like, you know, $3. Not too bad of a mini to snag. He was in stocks. I thought, what the hell? I might as well grab a promotion mini. I mean, promotion minis are just harder to come by. I thought he was a really cool looking little guy. There we go. I remember keeping more towards the middle of the camera, makes it work better. This little guy would probably be up here. You know, like I said, I'm just using this for background terrain, but you know, this is some of the terrain we use on our board. Someday we're working on getting on some video to go with our audio for our Dice and Dummies podcast. So please do stay tuned, guys. I mean, hopefully eventually we get that upgrade to that. Let's see. I'm gonna go with we'll go with this guy right next. Next up, we have the Rune Spire Demon. Very cool little buggish kind of looking guy. Maybe you can use him as an insectoid. But I mean, like, he's also useful as like these runes on his back, which I was thinking into it. I go, maybe he's like part of a ritual you're trying to stop, and like his runes are the source. You know, he moves. Maybe that's how it keeps him safe from being killed by enemies, because, you know, while you're searching for him, the enemy is able to protect him. Maybe they, you know, have released some special magical energy that if you kill them, stops the ritual, you know, and maybe it kills the big bad guy at the same time. So, you know, just because it kills two birds, one stone that way. So really cool that way. Thought he was a really sweet mini. Definitely wasn't too bad picking him up. He's actually surprisingly also not in stock all that much on Miniature Market. So, you know, if you're good minis, always keep checking back on them, guys, because they always do revamp and get like occasional surpluses of the mini. I don't know how they do it. Like, I don't know if they talk to Wizards of the Coast or whatever, but, you know, they seem to have a lot of inventory of older stuff. Here's another older mini, one I've been looking at for a while, waiting for the right to buy it. This is the Spire, I think it's correctly, Spire Top Drake. I always want to keep saying Spire Tooth. But yeah, pretty cool little white thing here. He could stand in for a baby frost dragon, like hatchling, like fresh out of the egg before he even like turns into a full hatchling. Like, this could be proto hatchling, or, you know, you just keep him as a Drake. Like, him being a small, he could be like a cat or a dog to a person in the game. Maybe he's like a pet. Or if you really want to have someone play a Drake, I mean, Drakes are intelligent. They're an intelligent hunter creature. They're a really cool mini. Definitely not excited about getting him. You could technically, if your DM's open to it, maybe a PC. Maybe you want to have one of your characters be a Drake, or maybe be an NPC in the game for your characters. Who's to say? Who is to say? Anyway, let me get a little one here. Oh, almost dropped him. Would have sucked. Okay, so next up, we're going to bring a bigger dog in. This is an older one that I really like. I'm really glad I could get him in stock, and he came out to be really good shape. Sometimes you can get these guys with really bent up bases and stuff, but this is the Oni Night Hunter, number 35 of 60. See if I can get a nice camera read. Yeah, I'm not sure what series from. Like I said, I don't always check the series. He's from the older ones, but really cool D&D monster classic. Now, I know he is very big compared to the newer Onis, which are the Ogre Mages, which I think maybe if you're using him in the game, maybe he's more powerful than the Ogre Mages, and, you know, he tells them what to do, because maybe he's a true Oni, and they're more like, you know, they claim they're Onis, which Ogres are supposedly related to the Oni. But, you know, maybe like the Ogre Mage doesn't shut up. He bashes him with his mace, like, silence, I'm in charge. You know, something cool like that. Yeah, I like his mace here. It's a little bit warpy, but not enough that I care. He's really cool mini. I mean, he's got a nice hair detail. He looks like more traditional. I mean, the yellow pants are a little off for me, but you know what? I mean, maybe it's just he's just not so dark tone and thrown in the back and no one gives a crap. I mean, this guy would probably be up on top of the stairs. He'd be, you know, he'd probably be one of the big dogs in charge. Something like that. Move this a little bit closer here. There we go. Constantly changing my camera shifting. That's what I do. So next up, we're going to bring up the Kuthric. And you might be like, what the heck is a Kuthric? Well, it is in the, I believe, Mordecai's Tome of Foes it could be in. Not 100% certain. I haven't checked in a while, but like, I haven't read those books in a little bit. But yeah, these are actually reptiles, not bugs. Like someone would assume they're just big silver bugs. These are actually a reptilian that just have these like spindly legs because it allows them to walk on walls and stuff, I think. Like I said, I haven't read in a while. I do plan to reread, but yeah, pretty cool looking reptilian arthropodic type creatures. Really cool. Very awesome. And then I happened to get lucky, and in stock, they had the Kuthric Adult, which is the matured, medium-sized evolutions. You see, they do have a mandible when they get older. probably to help their fangs get a nice, good, solid bite. They do have the larger legs here, bit more like, showy on the back there. Very cool mini. I was very lucky to find them in stock. I mean, that underbelly helps show they're not a bug because bugs don't have that fleshy colored underside like a reptile does. But yeah, really cool mini. Like I said, really glad they had these guys in stock. Usually they have the hatchling in stock, but I mean, to get the adult too is really awesome. And next up, we're going to show off the Joker. This is actually a goblinoid. People would assume he'd probably be some type of weird thing. He's a small size, but I guess if you really had to, you could say he's medium because he's pretty big. I mean, if we put him next to a small size creature, he's pretty large. He's bigger than the Kuthric here. Very large mini here, very big. I mean, if I compare it to a normal miniature of the medium class, as you can see there, he's pretty much like bigger than that. So he's pretty big. Like these goblins, I remember in the lore video, I've checked for them. They are very hyper aggressive goblins. They don't like to really talk too much. So if you sit there and try to tell them what to do and they don't respect you, they immediately will pelt you with this stone axe or stone hammer or whatever they happen to hold. They're pretty aggressive, primal. They don't have any hair on their body, so they're more like crocodile skin, like a lizard skin almost, like very thick-skinned creatures. Very aggressive in the face. I mean, as you can see, that face, it is not a humanoid-like face normally. Eyes a little bit up front there, mouth ready to bite you. Pretty aggressive goblinoid. Like, even goblinoids fear them. They're like other goblins are afraid of those guys. They are supposedly very aggressive and will usually take over goblin hordes unless a hobgoblin's around. Hobgoblins have that great intelligence that they're able to schmooze other goblins to work for them. Some way or another. Like, usually it's intimidation or maybe it's just respect. No one's 100% certain. They could probably be elbow to elbow with bugbears and not complain because they're both pretty brawny guys. There are other goblinoids of these rare, more savage goblins, like the Decanter Goblin with the rhino horn. I do have him as well. Pretty cool mini. Next up, we're going to show a possible PC character for me in the future, if I need to. It is a Kobold. This is the Fire Scorch Kobold. Really cool. I love this old design of the Kobold because he has that sort of dinosauric head on him, like a T-Rex head. Pretty cool dude. I might give him a little touch-up on a shield in the back there, maybe a little gunmetal or maybe plate metal, make it a little shinier. It's a little too dark for my taste, but yeah, he'd be a good little rogue there with his twin knot daggers going in, stabby stab, run off. Because kobolds aren't that physically powerful, but he'd be pretty cool. Not much to say. He's a little dark for my taste. Maybe I might touch him up with a little bit of color on the shield and on his chest there. Maybe just a little bit of a dry brushing of some silvery color, just to give him some colors, because it's a shame. And next up, we're going to talk the final guy. This is the last of my order. This is one I was really glad they had in stock. This is the Kuthric Hive Lord. A very aggressive, powerful Kuthric. Now, this is the adult next to the Hive Lord. Obviously, yeah, you're going to look at these two and go, damn, because this guy's, he may be a large, but these big crushing mandibles, maybe give him a crushing bite and a grappling bite there, like, it holds you. Then he just munches away and rips you apart. Big old scythe-like blades here on his arms. Definitely, if he slashes you, those are going to hurt. He can ram you and knock you over with his big armored body. He's got some fleshy parts sticking out here and here on the flanks. That's probably expected of an armored animal. But yeah, really cool. I'm so glad I could get him and all the Kuthrics in one blow. That really made it worth it. Like, he's really cool that way. So anyway, guys, this is mostly what I got. Like I said, check us out on our podcast with the Dice and Dummies. We always want reviews and stuff like that. So please give us a review. And if you want to get a hold of me personally, outside of the YouTube stuff, my Twitter is at 01Berserker. And I play Bardus on the podcast. So if you're wondering who I play, anyway, like I said, someday we are going to hopefully get video to our podcast so people can see the awesomeness of us using these minis on the board and stuff like that. Makes the game flow better. Also, that whole distance stuff. I know a lot of people go, oh, miniatures are ruining the game. I say, no, if you use them right, they don't ruin the game. Like, when you're in town, let people have a variety of space. Don't, mini it out all the way. Like, just put minis in town, set them on buildings so people know where you are. So no one's constantly going like, oh, where are they at? Where are they at? I want to get over there. Because, in reality, that's where the DM can look and go, no, you're metagaming. You don't know they're there. They didn't tell you. Like, helps keep the game flowing, but not also people just metagaming, which makes the game less fun. Anyway, guys, like I said, and a shout out to our DM. I think a DM Appreciation Day. I'm going to throw it out to my future brother-in-law, Zach. He is our current DM for the game, and he's doing a pretty good job. He is constantly learning. We're all constantly growing the group. We're getting better and better. We've gotten Battle Bards. There's some nice background music, which helps bump our campaign's battles up, makes everything look cooler. I also happen to do some of our sound effects. It's what I do. I mean, you know, monster roar, stuff like that is usually me because I do a pretty good job at it. But anyway, like I said, guys, check us out. Check out my videos and stay tuned. I do have a order coming for a Tomb of Annihilation brick I happen to order, and any other minis I might open in the future and review. But, you know, that's all I got for today, guys. So enjoy the greatness of Dungeons & Dragons, and have a good day, guys.